Social and Senior Services. If you know.
One moment, please.
This is Becca.
Hi, Rebecca. This is Christy Chakowski. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good, thank you. I just wanted to follow up and see if there's any new information on the therapists and my children.
In regards to the therapist, we are still looking for you. One, I did hear from Elaine today that you are going to be starting to work with her and Samantha, but we are looking for one. We're still working on trying to get one approved.
Okay, well, yeah, I sent her that stuff and haven't heard anything about any appointments, but I guess I just hurry up and wait.
Well, and I don't know how long it took for the mail to get to her, but she indicated when I talked to her that she had just received it, so you should be hearing from her. And then we are still looking for a therapist with Amberly. And,
okay.
And then as far as stuff with the girls, they're both still doing good in school. Amberly's got really great grades. She's up to the 7th grade level. She's doing excellent. And I haven't gotten any current updates on Samantha and how she's doing with her new school semester. But at the end of last school semester, she was doing good. Her grades were passing. And I believe she was in some tutoring, I think, for math.
When was the end of the last semester?
I don't know that off the top of my head. I believe it ended sometime in January, but I could be wrong about that.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, I guess probably before Christmas, right? Because isn't there?
I think that the semesters were running funny this year because I think a lot of the schools weren't ending before Christmas.
Oh, okay. And then, okay, so what does it take for you to get a report on Samantha?
Well, I just request them.
I
should have current reports for both girls ready for the FST.
Okay, and so I told you when we talked on Friday that I would prefer to do it over the phone.
You did, and I talked to my supervisor about that this morning. You're more than welcome to participate by phone if that's what you choose.
Awesome.
However, because it's at the juvenile office, we can only have one person on the phone at a time. Like, they don't have the ability to multi-conference call. So I don't know. I mean, in the past we've had them here at our office, and we've been able to have a lot of people on the phone at the same time. But since we're doing it at the juvenile office this time, we don't have that ability. So basically, instead of you being able to hear firsthand from Tom and James how things are going, we would end up having to get the updates and then talk to you last or talk to you first. So just so you know, you won't be able to hear the information firsthand if you're on the phone. But I don't have a problem with you participating by phone. You just won't be able to hear it firsthand.
Okay, so can you explain to me how that works then? Do you just call me after or what?
Well, basically I would call either Tom or James first, and then I would call Tom and James second, and then I would call you, and we'd give you an update from each of the dads, and then give you the same information we give them about case information, the update from the juvenile officer and things like that. So basically you'd be, or you can be first, but I'm assuming you'd want to be third, so that way you would have the most up-to-date information on the girls.
Okay, did you talk with that Calignan guy?
Yes. I did talk with Dave. Actually, let me rephrase that. No, I did not talk to Dave. The juvenile officer talked to Dave, and he, I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but I do believe that you are right. He is at some point going to be withdrawing from the case. Now, I don't know that that's been officially done in the courts, but yes, that is my understanding.
So do you know about this evidence that he says that my house is not fit?
Well, I didn't talk to him firsthand, so I don't know what he's referencing. And Christy, I don't have the old hotlines in front of me to be able to read what all the allegations were.
Okay, you've been in my house, though. Was it ever unfit?
The inside of your house was never, no. The inside of your home is always clean.
Okay, and because he said, when I asked him what evidence, he said he didn't know, and then he asked, I haven't been to your house, so I can't tell you that. Okay, but you're telling me my house is unfit. Where did you get this information? He said, from the reports. And I said, well, that's bull garbage. You've been here. Cleo's been here. The bondsman's been here. Well, give me their names. Who are they? Where are they? Which I just said those names. I wasn't, but that's why I called you, because I'm like, really? You've been here. I'm not aware of any reports, but basically the first time I talked to him, he told me that I have no rights. The second time I talked to him, he told me he didn't want to waste any time trying to help me because I was charged, not convicted, charged of 7 felonies, and that no judge in his right mind is going to, let me talk to my children. And then the third time was the other day where he told me the reason he can't do anything is because my house is unfit, but he doesn't have any knowledge or evidence of it. He's just going off of your reports. So my guess is that he's not doing anything. He keeps saying he's working for me, and I ask what he's done, and he hasn't done anything. He gets mad and yells and hangs up. So I Googled his name and found out he's a prosecutor for Ozark, which is really interesting, because how can he work for me and protect the interest of the city of Ozark? That doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know, Christy. I don't know enough to be able to make any comments about that. But what I do know is that you are right. At some point, he's going to be filing in the courts to no longer be your lawyer. So you are right on what you told me on Friday. And I don't know what all of the I don't know what all the allegations. I don't have them in front of me to be able to give specific instances. But
there has never been a problem with my house.
But I'm pretty sure that even in one of my court reports, I commented that your house was clean. So I don't think that it's a house cleanliness issue. I think there's other issues there, but I don't think that it's a house cleanliness one.
Yeah, so that just proves he's a big fat liar, and he never intended to help me. He's just put there to try to make the court justify what they've done and make it look good.
Well, I don't know about that either, but I don't know.
Okay, because if he was my lawyer and representing me, wouldn't it make sense for him to look at the case and not try to discourage me and tell me he can't do anything?
Well, I think he should be honest with you. And maybe his version of honest was discouraging to you, but he should be honest. And
he hasn't even looked at the case. So I don't care what these allegations are. I mean, didn't you testify to Judge Justice on June 4th that there was no evidence of abuse or neglect?
Christy, I don't remember what I testified on June 4th.
Okay, well, he put you on the spot and said abuse. You said no. Neglect? No. And there was one other question, and you said no.
I don't think that was me. I think that's the investigator.
I was there.
I testified, but I wouldn't have testified about the allegations because I'm not an investigator.
Okay. Well, you did.
There was a couple of us on the stand that day.
You and Emily and Ron Roberts, and Emily redacted the original reports. The reason that they came out, Christy, she said she didn't even write them.
We can go through these allegations every time we talk, but I don't have anything to do with those allegations. Okay?
Okay, so would the lawyer...
It's up to the judge and the court, okay? Now, you've got those felonies pending, and they're gonna go through all of that with you in that felony case. I don't have anything to do with that. Okay?
Okay,
so
would
we
this
can
lawyer,
talk about it every time, but you're going to get, you're not going to get clear answers from me because that's not what I have, that's not anything that I have to do with or work with. Okay?
If this lawyer was working for me, though, wouldn't he want to see with his own eyes, is my house fine, would he I mean, would he actually look at the case, or would he just say, "Oh, this is what someone said"?
Well,
so
I don't
I'm
know
not
too
waste
many
any
lawyers that are going to go into your home, Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
But they can make allegations and say it's unfit.
I don't understand. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know how they do their jobs. Okay?